Is it okay to just start? We're going to start. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction and is evidently not going to get one. Lovely to be here again. I got no more stories to tell you here tonight. I've relived all my glory. I should have left this bar while it was light. Ah, but Annie, babe, those smokes are gonna wreck that creamy skin of yours. I'll give you 5 to 1, but you don't even taste them anymore. But Anabel, I hope you split this town before it kicks the daylights out of you. Babe, you're like some jewel I found. I've never known a heart near as true. But I would sooner swallow fire than be the reason for your tears to fall. Hey, it's coming to the wire. Before you lose it all. Look at all these posers. We think the world owes us when we're kids. My hair was long, my hands were strong. I could show you pictures I already did. Then listen to the saxophone. As sweet as that day they laid it down. You know it kills me when you get that look, like you just discovered sound. Kicks the daylights out of you. Babe, you're like some jewel I found. I've never known a heart near as true. And I would sooner swallow fire than be the reason for your tears to fall. You better go before you lose it all. I said it's coming to the wire. You better go before you lose it all. La 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 I believe that's the first time we've ever played that song together.
Yeah.
I asked Yen, I said, if you think of any vocal parts, you know, he's not shy. I like that. That's great. I think it's great. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Ever hear of it? I was living in the West Village, in Greenwich Village of Manhattan for about 15 years. I lived in an apartment that Douglas Fairbanks Jr. shared with Cary Grant.
Whoa.
In 1926 for 6 months.
Are they still there?
No, I was there. It didn't help the selling price either when I went to put it for sale. No. But I ended up moving to Brooklyn because they told me it was hip. I thought I'd put a stop to it. Caroline bells chime in the mist. You want to give in, but you need to resist. Still you open the latch, in case love shows up. One strike of the match, the whole thing goes up. You weep like a willow, you move like a cat. You're gonna put someone's heart out, playing like that. Yesterday's kiss makes me shiver tonight. Something so crazy but perfectly right. And the jukebox is telling me I am just one in a lineup. Hey, where do I sign up? This bar is full of sad sacks, dogs on the loose, beer guts and bad backs from years of abuse. Hey now, don't take your freedom for granted. This song and these hats and the attitudes, man, I can't stand it. She and Adonis surrounded by water. I'm holding the lifeline, but it keeps getting shorter. Look in this picture, the camera has caught her. 1 foot in paradise, one only sort of. I'm self-medicating, skating up hills. This wine is misleading. I brought the wrong pills. And the piano won't give me a thing that I need today. It's got a mind of its own. Either I bleed or it's gonna play all the same crap that we've heard before, and we really don't need to hear anymore. You haven't cut me up bad enough yet. I got 1 or 2 veins that haven't been let. It's a prize fight, I barely can stand this. I'm still on my feet in the tent, on my way to the canvas. Hey, I knock at your door, wait till you pull me in. Your hands tactily reading my skin. I could count to infinity before I retire. This unholy trinity, you, me, and hell's fire. I'm staring at 4 kings and still wanna fold. I got so much to look at and nothing to hold. Well, I'm not gonna fight you if that's what you came for. You know how I feel, so if it's not the same for you, go now, 'cause the love never wavers. If you don't see that, don't do me any favors. I wish I liked whiskey more than I do. It sure would help soften the volume of you, and I might have seen the clues from day 1 when you gave me your heart and 4,000 reasons to run. I'd like to bring back Jonathan Spottiswoode to help on a few songs, and bring back Julia Nutti, who you haven't seen much of yet, but you will.
Yeah.
All right, here's one. If you get a good picture of me, I'll give you 100 grunt. Well, that's not much. Right. Sorry, 500. It's not that much.
It's okay.
It's a song I never recorded myself, but it was on a woman named Holly Palmer's record, and back in '97. So it's called Wide Open Spaces.
Yeah.
Wide open spaces, I'm falling. You think I'm crazy, I'm not. Voices speak loud in my head. Sometimes I can't even get them to stop. But I'd rather speak your name. Remember when you came and how you took my breath away. So let me hear the echo of your footsteps, and let me feel your fingers through my hair. I'm trying hard to fill these open spaces and end up counting hours you're not there. Lately I'm dreaming of water burning my feet in the sand. Sometimes this world is peculiar. It seems like we're always changing our plans. But I'd rather speak your name. Remember when you came and how here's one. People say I should introduce my songs about what they're about, and I always forget. And then when I think about it, like now, I don't really know what it's about. I'll leave it up to you to make your own interpretations. I really wanted her to stay. I'm never gonna get my way. So I'm moving out to West LA. Me, yeah, me. Everyone tan and fit. Don't need no sarcastic wit. Leave all that back in New York City. Underneath an auburn haze, sitting on the 405 for days. And while you wait, you pretend to conversate with the girl in the next lane. I will know you horizontally. It'll stay between just you and me. And we'll ride this town convertibly. You'll see. You'll see. And we won't feel any guilt here, 'cause that's not how we are built here. You know the roses never wilt here. Honestly, West LA, a cure for the weakened heart. And when you finally land that speaking part, she'll suffer the effects of this painful separation. At least that'll be your interpretation. So there's no need to tear up. This traffic's starting to clear up. It's time for you to cheer up. In West LA, West LA, West LA, West LA. directions to Julia, and that was to play badly at the end of the song. I don't know if I can do that. Bad is good.
Yeah.
That's so 90s though. How about this one? At least once a day. At night you tend the ghosts of all the close calls. I can say love scared you the most. Your mother taught you to be tough. Your father showed you tender. But on their own, neither one's enough. Sometimes you fight, sometimes surrender. You're gonna be the one to save the day. Yeah, I believe that's what you're here to do. But when the lamps go on and the day's work is done, who's gonna be the one to save you? Your story and you know it well. You walk with kings and bums. It's in between the lines you tell. That's where the real story comes. And with a diamond cutter's eye, nothing left to chance. You don't let a soul get by without at least a passing glance. You're gonna be the one to save the day. Yeah, I believe that's what you're here to do. And though you might lose a step, you'll never be outrun. But who's gonna be the one to save you? Hear the sound the hardwood makes, moans and it creaks and it bites. I know those floors have felt the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights. Yeah, you do your best to change. They do their best to keep you silent. You can carve into your deepest vein and still get stranded on Monkey Island. Yeah. Do it again. And those who live by fair and just are bound to be laid low. Among the few you still can trust, John Coltrane, Hank Snow. So let's just raise a glass for them who time has frozen the page. Today's gone one to save the day. Yeah, I believe that's what you're here to do. But when the last drops of bourbon mix with the rising sun, who's gonna be the one to save you? Who's gonna be the one to save you? In the 70s, in these states, we used to have these drive-away cars. People would pay you to drive their car to one city to another. I imagine maybe they still do it. I don't know. I don't hear about it anymore. What do they do with it? Just put them on a... They just buy a new one. The next one. It's a different time, you know. There was always just terrible cars, but my friends and I were two hippies. Well, we were three hippies, but I had just cut all my hair off. So we wanted to get to Texas, and then two of us were going to go visit a border town in Mexico, Nuevo Laredo. And so we checked around, and we got a drive-away car, and it was a terrible one. It was a Ford Pinto, or Chevy Vega, and a Ford Pinto coming home, Chevy Vega going down, which is the worst Chevrolet imaginable. But it had an 8-track player. Do you remember the 8-track players? You put the cassette in. I guess it was before cassettes, and it would fade out in the middle of the song, and then switch to the next track and fade back up. And it was just, you know. I later found out that, do you know the Learjet? One of the first private jets, the Learjet. It was invented by the same guy that invented the 8-track tape player, Lear. Yeah. You win some, you lose some. So my friends and I got this car, and we headed toward Texas and Mexico, and I wrote a song about it. I sit in a room, flies on the radiator, drove all the way here in a Vega, that's a Chevy, drugs in the hubcaps, and hippies for friends, and a girl back home needing someone to save her. Next day standing by the roadside, exactly in the spot where my Vega died. There were vultures and saguaros, and that's a cactus. And the fact is, she and I ran out of tomorrows. Now I'm feeling blue, not halfway to Nuevo Laredo. Dr. Hook and the medicine shore is the only thing I know on the radio. New asphalt road had those waves of heat. No cars for an hour, nothing to drink and nothing to eat. I should have hung on to those pixie sticks, that's a candy. I traded for some Thai weed with those Austin pricks, that's anatomy. I must have paid off my karmic debt. Out of nowhere, a beautiful girl in a blue Corvette, another Chevy. She said, I'm headed across the border order. And you're coming with me to Mexico, man, that's an order. Oh, not as blue, still halfway to Nuevo Laredo. Dr. Hook and the medicine show is the only thing I know on the radio. Her uncle was a judge, her father was a lawyer, at a place with her sister where I could stay. Call this number if you're running into trouble. Would you be my guest at my brother Hector's wedding on Saturday? The moral of the story, every word is true. Sometimes just a change of scenery is a thing that pulls you through. By the morning, that girl was long gone. But on Saturday I found my way to the wedding and merengue until the dawn. I'm not at all blue since I came to Nuevo Laredo. Dr. Hook and the medicine show is the only thing in English on the radio. On the radio. On the radio, on the radio. Sylvia's mother said Sylvia's busy. Not a song I play a lot. It was very true. The girl said, my father's a lawyer, my uncle's a judge. If you run into trouble, call these numbers. And I'm going to put you up at my parents' house, which was a tiny cabin with 7 people living in it. Mother, father, sister, brother, 2 kids. And my friend and I went out to have a couple drinks that night. When we came home, they were all sleeping. The mother and father were sleeping under the kitchen table, so we could have their mattress on the floor. It was amazing, and the only thing that was a little strange that there wasn't really indoor plumbing. So the toilet was a bowl in the middle of the living room floor, next to the bed. And I kept thinking I might roll over, and I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep all night. The next day we bought them a dozen eggs, and they thought we had given them a pot of gold. It was just really amazing. And then, yeah, she never showed up again. But the wedding was real. It was her brother Hector's wedding, and my friend and I said, well, let's just go. And so we went to the wedding and had a great time. You know, nobody understood us, and we didn't understand them. But
It's like Danish.
no, nobody spoke English. Here, you speak English better than most people in America. I wish I was kidding. This is a song I wrote. Let's see, it took a long time for me to write this because I tried to write it. I wrote the music, and it sounded like a song from the 40s or the 50s, the big band era, and the American Songbook. And I tried to write a lyric to it, and it just didn't seem to work for me. So I put it away, and I tried again a few weeks later, and it didn't work. And I said, well, I guess it's not going to be a song. And then I took it out again 11 years later, and something came to me, so I'll play it now. It's called What Good Would That Do Me Now? I thought of all the words I might have said. You know, the ones that come into your head later on. But you become a stranger, and our love took its final bow. So what good would that do me now? So few prayers have risen from my lips. I feel we should be steering our own ships in these times. But if tonight gets any darker, I might send one up anyhow. But what good would that do me now? It's been so long, I hardly recognize the cold. The summer vine's gone brittle, the maples turning gold. I know how to survive this, that's not the mystery. What I want to know is there someone for me? Maybe I misjudged you. It's easy to have done. Even shards of glass can pass for diamonds in the sun. But could it be we never had that kind of love? When you think forever would still not enough, no. Right now I guess the only thing that's known is that it's time to learn to sleep alone again. But I'll hold you till the morning, or at least as long as dreams allow. But what good would that do me now? What good would that do me now? Thanks very much. Jonathan, you're up again. Jonathan and I met in the 90s, but I thought it was the 80s. But he says no. And I believe him because my memory is terrible. I think it has something to do with age. I remember where? Coney Island High.
Punk Club on St. Mark's Place.
Punk Club on St. Mark's Place.
What were you doing there?
They told me about you.
Oh. Police?
I went in there and saw his band, Spottiswoode and the Enemies, and it was one of the best things I had seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Since then, though. He's Jonathan, one of my favorite songwriters in the world. And if there was any justice in the world, he would have known that a long time ago. But there is no justice in the world.
Yes, there is.
This is a song about off Seattle, Washington. There's a little island called Whidbey Island, and back in the day, they thought that was going to be the shipping port for Seattle, and so they had this special island that was just a short ferry ride away. But the first ship that came in couldn't get in because the tide never rolled back far enough for the ships to make it, and it just made no sense to be a shipping harbor. And they ended up naming the place Useless Bay. It's a beautiful place. There's just no ships can ever get in. And I wrote a song about it after being there on the day after the 4th of July, which is a big holiday in the States. Summer's barely shown its bite, still the Whidbey Flats are cracking in clay. We'll be halfway through the night before the tide rolls back to Useless Bay. Like a well-tuned acrobatic stunt, the osprey flaunt their diving dance. When the clouds conspire on the western front, the twilight moon doesn't stand a chance. You gotta want it. Oh, you gotta want it. Before you lend it, before you spend it, before you breathe it, before you leave it, you gotta want it. Tubes glow from an old RCA, no doubt rescued from a dusty attic. It whistles and it hums more than it plays, but for me there's comfort in the static. It's chewing up Blue Moon, the Marcells, the beach waits on a delinquent sea. The hollow Roman candle shells, last night's drunken nod to liberty. You gotta want it. Yeah, you gotta want it. Before you take it, before you break it, before you think it, before you drink it, you gotta want it. Children cast their fate to the wind, yeah. faith is the handsome brother of doubt, at least the one they will talk about in the end. Of all the turns I could have taken, how I landed here tonight is just something that I will never know. So instead I turned my head up, cause I read that the nearest light left its star 8 years ago. Here on Useless Bay, named because no ship could ever reach the shore. We poke the embers and we spark the moors, and we toast the good life from our 2x4s. You gotta want it. Oh, you gotta want it. Before you meet it, before you treat it, before you bleed it, before you need it, before you chase it, before you face it, before you taste it, before you waste it, before you show it, before you grow it, before you blow it, before you know it, you gotta want it. Summer's barely shown its bite. We'll be halfway through the night. Still the windy flats are cracking clay. We'll be halfway through the night before the tide rolls back to Useless Bay. to be impressed. And I am. Well, that's the end of the original music for the evening. I'm gonna play two more songs, and they're both cover songs. And this one came about as a bet that I could find a song of Neil Diamond's that was good. And I have friends that really hate Neil Diamond, but I always thought, in the 60s he was great. He wrote Cherry Cherry and I'm a Believer for the Monkees, and he wrote Red Red Wine, UB40 hit. And then later on he sucked, but Coming to America and Song Sung Blue. What was the one you...
Forgive me, Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline, yeah, well, I'm with you on that.
Dry Your Eyes is great.
Dry Your Eyes is great?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
know.
Dry Your Eyes.
Yeah.
Sing a little bit of it.
Oh, I'm terrible at singing.
All right. But Barry Manilow, on the other hand, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't like anything he ever. Neil Diamond at least wrote I'm a Believer. And he wrote this song, which I always like. We're going to try it. I'm going to read the lyrics too. Holding Jim and loving him. And Sue came along, love was strong, that's what I thought. But me and Sue, that died too. I don't know that I will, but until I can find me girl who'll stay and won't play games behind me, and I'll be what I am, a solitary man, a solitary man. Being where love's a small world, a part-time season, right? Remember, who was here last year? It was windy. It was. I've never encountered wind like we had last year. It was like the Wizard of Oz.
There was no heat.
There was no heat. That's
No,
right.
no, that's
That's right.
Everything is better.
Everything's better all the time.
Yeah,
Everything's always
so
better.
if you come back next year, it will be even better.
Even better. Tell me how.
I will come up with something.
You always seem to come up with something. Thanks to Jonathan. It's a pleasure to always share bills with Jonathan Spottiswoode. He's the greatest. Thanks, Yanni. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Julio. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Pastor. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, Carsten.
How do you pronounce the name of this place? Hell's Hobbit? I was close?
Hills.
Heels?
It's just so close to Hells.
I don't know, it's not
And
Hells?
No.
Oh.
Helle.
Oh, it's your Hobbit.
Yeah, it's my name. Helle is my name.
And Hobbit is,
Garden.
is what?
Garden.
Garden? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was the name of the town. So, no, I did, because on my iPhone, I went to the weather and I tried to find the town. And I just couldn't get it, so I didn't know. I told you I had a bad memory. But anyway, thanks. You're an excellent crowd.
Ja.
We love
Godt publikum. Ja. Hvad skal I på næste fredag?
What'd he say?
You told us that you come next Friday back.
And the rice will be better.
I haven't had mine yet. Julie and I are going to practice one thing right now. Let's see. Yeah. Come on, do it. You sure it's We're not just doing that for fun. It's part of the song. But we haven't gotten it right. Maybe. Maybe it's part of the song. All right, we'll leave you with this one. A Lowell George song. I've been worn by the rain, driven by the snow, drunk and dirty. Don't you know that I'm still willing? Out on the road late last night, I seen my pretty Alice in every headlight. Dallas Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapee to Tonopah. I've driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've driven the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me weed, white sand wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to keep on moving. smokes from old Mexico get burned by the sun every time I go to Mexico. But I'm still, and I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchabee to Tonopah. I've driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've driven the back road so it wouldn't get away. And if you give me weed, whites, and wine, and you show me a sign, I'd be willing to keep on moving, to keep on moving. Wanna play a solo? Okay, we got 2 songs for the price of one. I'll have it for next year. I've asked Jonathan to play this because he was going to play it earlier and he didn't. It's one of my favorite songs in the world.
Okay. That's Kenny White. Yeah, I lived in New York for, it's hard to, at least 13, 14 years. I still have a band that's there, but one of the best things that happened to me in New York was meeting Kenny White.
Yeah.
Well, the fog's coming down and the moon is a blur. I do want something to eat, so you're wandering the streets in the pouring rain. And And your friends are all there with a girl on each arm, laughing, smoking cigarettes, and you're all soaking wet in the pouring rain. And everything is shining, everything is beautiful, and there's a silver lining in your soul. And everyone is smiling, everyone is beautiful. All the policemen are drunk, oh, the night's just begun. The whole city's gonna drown, and the wind will blow you down in the pouring rain. And everyone is smiling, everyone is beautiful, and there's a silver lining in your soul. And everything is shining, everything is beautiful. And the girl at your side holds your umbrella high. She's got everything you need, and her kisses are so sweet in the pouring rain. And everyone is smiling, everyone is beautiful, and there's a silver lining in your soul. And everything is shining, everything is beautiful. In the pouring rain. In the pouring rain. In the pouring rain.
What do you like?
What?
What do you want? Another bell?
Yeah?
Yeah. So fun.
You know it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, another ballad. I know you want to dance, but you'll have to do that. Tried hard to be strong for you, so your path was clear. All I did was long for you and wish you'd come back here. Each morning sun would promise hope. To me it's simple, Kate. Get up, time for your heart to start to break again today. Well, so Mercury in retrograde? Did the stars fall out of line? I need a better reason than it just was not our time. Now you turn the page and you send your best to me. Was it a momentary journey or a broken destiny? Another bell unanswered, another unplayed song. If our fate was in the heavens, this time the heavens got it wrong. But who knows where we'll be standing a couple years from now. My boyish looks long abandoned, though I still pretend somehow. The day always seems to come when hope no longer springs, and all those lovely notes must then return to their strings. But every now and then, clear out of the blue, something will remind you how much more there was to do. Might be out there in the shadow as you pull the evening blinds. You'll wonder where he is and if you ever cross his mind. Now the great geese call and winter finds its voice, and the leaves will fall as if they had a choice. It's just another bell unanswered, another unplayed song. If our fate was in the heavens this time, if our fate was in the heavens, this time the heavens got it wrong. I haven't eaten dinner.